Hi everyone, right, I've actually done it. I've now completed the purse. I have hand stitched every single bead on it. And stitched it together. I haven't lined it. I'm not sure if I'm going to because there's not much space in there. I might do, I don't know yet, but yeah, you get my hand in it. I'll just put a little bit of braid on the back just to hide the back stitching. Added the handle, and I just love it. It's quite heavy because there's a lot of beads on it, and I am thrilled with it. Got my grandmother's handbag section, just this section. It looks like it's made from ivory or bone or something, and I may just do hers because I do remember when I was a small child, I do remember she had one of the seed beaded bags, and when it all went threadbare and that, it was her mother's, and when it all went threadbare she gave it to me, and I was thrilled, and I've kept it all these years. In fact, I've got it round somewhere. Let me just... Well, I will find it, I'm sure I will, and I will share that with you. And I think what I'll do is I may do a tutorial from it. But I've really enjoyed it. This has taken about 4 hours to do in total. I'm not doing anything with the back. I don't want to because mine's just going to be on display hung up like that, and I don't believe in wasting. Sorry, I don't. But what I may do is just put some silk or satin fabric there. I love it, and I'm thrilled to death with it. Hi everyone, right, time to do this gorgeous vintage bag. I did say I would come back and show you how I did mine. I used a little bit of trim on the back panel there, which I have here. You need needle and thread. I've got 2 different size needles because we are going to be putting pearls on as well. I've got some small pearls here. I have some crystals, which I'm going to pop some crystals on mine. The bag handle, the felt's already cut in the shape that I want. I'm having a slightly different shape. The pearl strand to go along the bottom, which is this section. You need 2 of those. I've done one slightly smaller, the front one's smaller than the back one, and the same for that one as well. And then we've just got some trimmings, a nice big bling for the bag, some flat pearls or some more like that. I just need a little tub of pearls as well, and I've got some bigger ones that I've it is a headband, but I don't want it as a headband, so I'm actually going to snip those, and they're what's going to go around the bead. Got our glue sticks, pearls, and everything we need. And the first thing I had to do was to stitch on this section onto the felt. But first, because that was the first time I'd done that, but what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to design the front section. So I do have this. Like that. or I could just put those on. Not sure. Not sure at the moment. And I might just use a couple more here. I actually, yes, see now I like that. And we could, I suppose, we wanted to, not too sure, might do it that way actually. Nope, no, I'm not sure. But I think we've got that at the moment, and I can always put another one on there. So first thing I'm going to do is to put this on. I actually like those like that. That's how I like it. It's just when you get it right, then you'll know. That's it. That's how I want it. So I'm going to be gluing that on shortly. I'm going to just pull that down a little bit so that it's like evenish. I can't see what you're seeing, but that looks evenish to me. And so that's what we're going to do. Lift that up, drop some glue in and pop that down. That's right, just keep that even. I think that's right. Like that. Hopefully. I think that's about right. And then we've got to put this one in. Now, I just like to have the glue gun heating up a little bit more. So until that's happened, we're going to now put some of the pearls on. And I think if this will go on, yeah, we're going to use the bigger needle, only because it's easier on my hands. And the bigger ones are going to be done with a double thread. So just double knot it. And then we'll start on the first one. All you do is come up down the side of the flower and then take a pearl and go back down. There we go. Now I'm going to miss a space, and only because I don't want to keep going back through the same pearl. But to strengthen it, I can go the side of it, the original one, and do that, see? So miss one and then go back to it. To fill that section in, see, like that. Up the side of it there. And then back between the two. Like that. Now once you get going when you're sewing, it does do it pretty quick. That's it, and they don't have to be perfect, but I do like them neat-ish. Now I did seed beads on the original one, but they actually took a long time to do and my hands were hurting. So, but I like this idea of using a larger pearl. But instead of me picking up one pearl, if you wanted to do the seed beads, then you just pick up 6 seed beads and just go back in the same stitch that you came up in, and it'll do it. You'll get them little petals. You know, the petal style. So hopefully you're seeing all of this. Just using the needle to pick up one stitch, one pearl. See, like that. Now when all the other pearls are around it, that's going to look fab. But yeah, I like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one, this one, this one and this one, and then use something else on there. I might do the crystals on there, to be honest. But because I don't have enough string to continue, thread, I'm just going to cast this one off. Because I'm using it double, and it definitely wouldn't do another one using a long needle. And then I'm just going to go up through the section there, out that way, and cut that off. Okay, just make sure you've got a big enough knot in the end. Sometimes I'll do a triple knot, depends whether it needs it. So we're just going to go on to this section now. Here's our pearls. Just move these bits out of the way. You can see these are nice sized pearls, quite a good lustre to them. Right, what I'm going to do now is just to glue down in the inside between the beads that I put on and the actual flat back flower. It's just to seal them in. They're all stitched in, yes, but it's easier and just to secure them in a little bit more. And that's just to make sure that when I'm putting these smaller beads on, that they stay put. I think we'll pop it there. I have to get it right. There. Oops, spin that round a bit. That's it. Yeah, that's near enough. Just get the pliers a little bit because I don't know what that is. That's it. Okay, and that's the bag. I'm not happy with that. Just a minute. Not quite happy with it, sorry. That's the best thing about felt though, you can actually take it off and it doesn't really hurt the felt. So if you don't quite get it into position. Just peel that off. Go. Okie dokie, we'll try that again. Okay, let's have another look. I think that's more like it. Now that's quite heavy because that's a heavy these all pinned down. Yeah, yeah, they do for flower centres like that, wouldn't they? Okie dokie, so just going to turn the glue gun off because we don't need that anymore, not for a while. Move that out of the way. What we're going to do now is to start and sew this onto the handle. I'm going to do this one first. I'm using double thread. And I've cut it slightly smaller than needed because felt will stretch. Oops. Now take the bag, and this is how I do it, and you insert that into the bag there. And you see I've slightly cut it smaller than needed. Right, well we need to make sure that this is on one equal section. So just, okay, so what I'm going to do now is to, just going to make sure it's equal. There's my position, I think. Now, take your needle and thread. You need to go up through the section and just sew that on. Just get a tacking stitch. Open the bag. Okay, so all we're doing is just going around the edge, tucking it in and hand stitching it. Just pull that in. And as you can see underneath, that will just tuck in like that. You have to push it into the this section. There we are. Just tricky to get it going, that's all. Again, go up the section to the next hole. Got it. And then back down again. Just keep making sure that this tucks in behind. Pull it out the other side and then I'm going to snip it there. Then just pull that section out. Do it like that. And there's one section done. Like that. Not hard. It's just tricky doing this, that's all. But if you double stitch it and then go back and forth, it should be fine. You can always pop a little bit of glue under there for safety, and I would do that. So, but I'm not going to do that until we've done this. So now we just have to put this section on onto this one. There we go. That's them two pieces sewn on. Like that. And now all we have to do is to do the seed beads and to put these on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do as many beads as I can first, and then I'm going to attach these. So now what we're going to do, I've just started adding the beads, and they're just randomly sewn on. Now I'm going to leave the edge all the way around because I can soon go back and add the pearl to that. Now what we're going to do is just fill this edge in. Oh, I've got something, might be better. What you want to avoid is that you don't stitch this. So right, we're almost done. Just got the needle ready for the last section to do the finish the pearls off, and then we're going to start and put the tassels on. We can finish putting the purse together. Now any small gaps you can actually go around and fill in with a much smaller pearl if you want. As you can see, I've left an edge. That's only so I can sew the purse together. Once I've done that, I can go back over it with the pearls and make sure that it's all covered. Now, I'm not doing the back of pearls, we're just doing the front. like I say, it's time consuming but well worth it in the end to get the effect that you're after. Right, I'm just going to seal that one off and just, I'll put the rest of the beads on when I've sewn the tassel on. So now what we've got to do is to glue the tassel on, so I'm just going to pop that on there. Like I say, I've got two, one slightly longer than the other. It's not going to bend that much. So we just have to attach that onto there. And because I want plenty on it, that one's going to go on top as well. So what I'm going to do now is just to seal these edges. Like that. Just seal them in. Now I do need, I'm going to take that row of pearls off and just snip that. I think that side will be the same. I'm going to take that row off and snip that. It should be fine. The first thing I'm going to do is to glue on this, and hopefully we'll get it where we want it. We'll do it this way. Sometimes it's easier to do it from the middle. Like so. Not sure if my glue gun is quite set up right now. I don't think it is. Just pop that back in. Tuck that up there. I'm going to turn this way. Just get rid of that, we don't need it. And you see underneath where it's not connected, it's just connect it in there. Like that. Just want to undo that section and move that in a little bit so that it's inside and not, see, like that, that's wrong. You need to put it right. So they need to meet at least like that. We're going to put an edge on it on the back, so I'm not fussed about the back one. But now the front one. Now we only need it going across the front. We just need to sort this one out. Take them pearls off. Turn the edge in. Like so. It's just to give it a little bit of extra Take them folds off, turn that in, cut that off. Oops. Like I say, just to give it a little bit of extra. Tassel. Like that. See, that gives it a really good bit of tassel in there. Now, what we've got to do now is to pin this together. So I now need to get some more thread. Now I'm going to glue the base of it together, but the sides I want to sew. It is really up to the individual how you want to do it. I'm choosing, because it's mine's only for ornament, it's not to be worn. You know, it's not to use. Straight away we need the two edges together, which is there. It is heavy because of the beading. Just poke that in. Remember that your beads will get caught, your thread, so move it across just to stop it from catching on your beads. Now I'm just going to backstitch a little bit, just for safety, mainly. And then go back up again. Like I said, mine is only for show, so it's not, you know, and then straight through. So I've probably not got enough on there, but that's sewn one side of it, and then we just have to do the second side, which I'm going to tuck that in and That's where I'm going to start with mine. Okay, so what we have to do now is to obviously glue these sections together, which is going to be a little bit tricky with it being beaded. So what I'm going to do is just start there and just pin that together. And then separate that section with that one. Like so. And we have to do exact same thing. Oops, bring this up. Like that. Some are longer than others. But now all I have to do is to just finish off going around the edges, and we can get that done. And just sort that out. I'm just going to be filling in the edges. This time I'm only using a single thread. You don't need to use the double one. Okay, I'm just doing a tacking stitch to start with. Here's my beads. And I'm basically just on this side, that's all. Now you see how we've got one loose one here. All I do with this, it's because mine's only for show and not for use, is just to glue that in place. It's not going to go anywhere, and it is stitched in. Okay, so see how we've got one loose here. So I don't want to disrupt it by, you know, going over it again, but I can. That's better. And that's how you do it. Now all we've got to do is to fill this section in. Right, we've done this now, and I'm just going to put the trim on the bottom section, and for that I've chosen just this little fine trim that will, I've got the glue gun ready, and I'm only popping it on the edge. Like that. I'm just going to seal that in. Just to tidy that edge up. And then what we've got to do is just to pop on the handle. And I've got this, it's just a piece of chain, it came off a necklace. So what I'm going to do now is just to seal that up so I don't lose it. And I'm using these, they're little split rings, and I'm going to do double. So just split them, pop them on the end of the chain. Of course your chain has to be hooked in so that it doesn't come undone. Just pop that one on, leave it up, close for a minute. Again, pop your second one on, close that. Make sure that's sealed, which it is there. Just open them slightly and close that a minute. Right, and then what we're doing is, because there's a loop here on the front of the bag and then a loop on the back of the bag, it's just a little clutch bag. So we need to add this. Right, and we're just going to grab the little bit of white and seal that. And then we're going to do the same with the one behind it. Like that, just open that up. It is going to be a little bit tricky, but it'll work. That's it, pull it on and close that up. So that's your first one on, and then you're just doing the same on the other side. If I can get them both open together, I should be able to do that with both of them. There we go. Hopefully we can get that on together. Yeah, done that. And then just seal them up. Make sure that each one is done. Yeah, that one is. There we go. And that's it. My vintage evening bag or purse, depending on what you want to call it. I think they're cute. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you try them. Do them the same way with any. I mean, this one I've gone over on the beads, but this one I like that. So yes, thanks for watching, thanks for joining in. Hope you try it. Have fun. Take care. Bye bye for now.